Hi guys, I'm Bob. Welcome back to Modern Life with the 70s Mind. I'm really glad you're here. I'm going to be reacting to an artist that I've never reacted to before, so I'm looking forward to that. But as you know, first things first, I always do my little cabinet of curiosities. Usually it has something to do with music, or if not, at least something that's old and goes back to like the 70s or so. Um, a little bit about some 45 records. 45s were, wouldn't they come out the 50s or something like that, I think. These were real popular for use in jukeboxes. And with that came a few problems. 45 records in the United States had the larger hole. I think it's like an inch and a half hole. So if you had a record like this is a newer record, but if you had a record like this, there was a smaller hole. And obviously you wouldn't be able to play this. Isn't this a cool record? You wouldn't be able to play this in a jukebox. Now, some records, especially ones from Europe, had this breakout center where you could actually take the center adapter out. The only problem with that is once you took it out, there was no going back. You couldn't put them in. There was one version of this breakaway adapter. I forget what it was called. But it was actually, it had little grooves in it. So if you popped it out, you could literally probably put it back in and it would probably still work. But that was made for like 2 years and they're really difficult, if not impossible to find. I was lucky and I did come across one. So I do have one of those in my collection. So what happens then if you have this and you want to play this in a jukebox? There were several different things that people used, but one of them, and I love this word, is a dinker. It is basically a tool with a little blade on it at the end. And what you would do, and actually a clear record kind of helps here a little bit. You can see it maybe a little better. You would take this and you would stick this in the center hole. Now you can see that I don't want to ruin this record, but you can see that this blade part now makes contact with the record, and I'll pull it away so I don't damage the record. But you would go around like this, and you would do that long enough, and it would actually cut out the center hole. Now it's kind of funny. I collect, if you've watched some of my videos, you'll know that I collect record adapters. I actually have a website just all about record adapters, and I like some of these center cutouts. So these were made to protect more of the record, not so much the center part. So when I had to pop these out, I had to be really careful and cut them really clean so I could preserve the adapter as well as the record. But anyway, so that I just thought you might find that interesting because there were issues when you wanted to go from this to this. So at least it made them compatible, and it gave people a nice workaround to fix that. Like I said, there were other dinkers, but that's the one that I have, and that's the one I talk about. So, all right, I hope that was enjoyable, something a little bit different. And let me get everything set up, and I will be right back, and we're going to get right into the reaction. Thanks, guys. And I'm back. Hi, guys. Today I am going to be doing a reaction to somebody I have never heard of before. Somebody had sent me an email and begged me, I don't want to say beg, but pretty close, to please do a reaction on a singer by the name of Gabrielle Aplin. I don't know anything about her. I think I may have heard of her. I'm not sure. Definitely don't know any of her music. She is from London. I know that much, and I know she's got a couple of albums out, and that's about it. I wish I could tell you more. I hope this is good. I have the power that if I don't like what I'm recording, I can just delete it, and none of you will ever know that I took a shot at this. So why don't we just go into it? The name of the song is My Mistake, and again, the singer is Gabrielle Aplin, and I love first-time listens to artists, not just first-time listening to songs. So I'm actually really excited about this. Let's see how this goes.
I gotta play it again today. I'm scared of everything. I don't dare to dream. I've got a dark imagination. These hours waste away. A debt I'll never pay. I talking to the walls,
This is sad.
but the walls keep caving in. They amplify my thoughts. I really want a conversation, but I let it slip away. A debt I'll never pay. Worry,
I like this.
worry, oh. It's funny how it changes when nothing really changes at all. Am I jaded? Am I meant to feel this way? I'm a loser, getting beat by my own game. But if I falter, well, at least it was my mistake. Oh, at least it was my mistake. 'Cause I choose to be this way. I'm a loser, and I self-deprecate. So when I falter, well, at least it was my mistake.
Wow. Wow. First off, love her voice. Oh my gosh. I forget who it was. I'll have to email them back and thank them for this, because this is nice. Besides her voice, I was really drawn to these lyrics right from out of the gate. They're like sad. It's almost hard to listen to, and it's sounding like she's really like desperate, doesn't it? She says something about she dares to dream, and the walls are closing in. And I think at one point she even sang about being scared of everything. She sounds so incredibly vulnerable. And I'm sure, though, that lyrics like this can bring in a lot of people. Everyone deals with stuff. We all have. And to hear this and to see her sing, I'm sure would be a song that probably a lot of people can relate to. And what does make this a rather positive song out of all this is that she kind of owns up to it. Because she says, based on all this stuff going on and walls caving in on me and stuff, at least they were my mistakes. So I like that. Everyone always looks for something that they can own. And even if it's my mistakes, at least it's something that you have control of. Nothing's worse than going through life feeling like you have no control. So I think maybe that's the message. We're kind of early in the song. And maybe she's saying it's okay to feel bad. Accept who you are and things will happen. So it feels like a really heartfelt song. So let's keep going. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I hope you are as well. Gabrielle Aplin, here we go.
I saw my friend today. She tried to comfort me, but I turned her away. There's magic in this misery, so no matter what you say, I don't think I'll ever change. It's funny how it changes when nothing really changes at all. Am I jaded? Am I meant to feel this way? I'm a loser, getting beat by my own game. But if I falter, well, at least it was my mistake. Oh, at least it was my mistake. 'Cause I choose to be this way. I'm a loser, and I self-deprecate. So when I falter, well, at least it was my mistake.
like this.
And I don't really care about what anyone says. I don't need opinions hanging over my head. I don't really care about anything. I don't really care.
Oh.
I don't really care at all. Am I jaded? Am I meant to feel this way? I'm a loser, getting beat by my own game. But if I falter, well, at least it was my mistake. Oh, at least it was my mistake. 'Cause I choose to be this way. I'm a loser. I self-deprecate. So when I falter, well, at least it was my mistake. Well, at least it was my mistake. Well, at least it was my mistake.
Oh, I love that. Holy cow. That was really powerful, wasn't it? Her voice is kind of like a smooth cry or something like that. At the end, you could actually hear her. It sounded like she was getting ready to cry. Her voice was starting to crack. And, oh, it just shows the emotion she's putting on this song. It's clearly heartfelt, and she's probably referencing something that she herself has probably struggled with in life. And with that much emotion behind it, it's really clear that these lyrics are coming from the heart. Why do I think that, you ask? Like I said, her voice does crack a number of times, and I don't think that is her having lack of singing skills or something that's just designed to be in the song. I think those are just her emotions coming out, especially with her eyes closed all the time. And I'm not a big fan of artists singing with their eyes closed. I think it kind of pulls them away from the audience. It kind of separates them. And I think when singers sing, a lot of times it's good for them to be, I don't want to say interactive, but more one with the crowd. But I think maybe that's her best way, like I said, to pull out her emotions. And the one thing, I don't know if you caught me laughing, the only time I saw her look at the camera is one time when she's saying something about, and I don't even know what the line was, but she said something about people's opinions. And then she looked at the camera real quick, almost like, I don't give a darn about your opinions. And I think that was the only time she looked at the camera. She did open her eyes a few times, but I think that was the only time, like I said, she looked. And I thought that was kind of interesting. Just at that word. Coincidence? I don't know. All in all, I think this is about self-acceptance on who you are. And I think she also realizes that when she turns down help from a friend, that she realizes she'll just never change. And that's what she says. It's almost like she's embracing it, which I respect. I think this is a really good message. People get caught up in being what other people want them to be so many times in life. I know I've even done that. So besides the wonderful message, her voice is simply beautiful and heartfelt. I like her. She's going to be on my playlist for quite a while, I think. I've always been a minimalist with music. I like vocals and a guitar, a single guitar, or vocals and like this piano. And the fact that she's playing piano is even better. She doesn't have somebody helping her out. So I am convinced that I can't prove it. I mean, I could look it up, but I'm probably convinced that she wrote these lyrics. It was just too emotional for, I think, for her to be singing someone else's lyrics. At one point, she was like crying out, and I'm like, yeah, you go. So I really liked it. I love emotional songs. I loved her voice, just beautiful. I loved the kind of grungy, breathy raspiness, yet sultry at the same time. It was great. Bottom line, Emotion-filled voice, amazing lyrics, and a wonderful presentation. Really heartfelt. Awesome. Good job, Gabrielle Aplin. I'm loving it. Okay, let me clear my computer screen off, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts. I will, I promise. I will. Okay, I have really, to levels I can't even really explain, enjoyed doing this whole reaction thing and going back and visiting the 70s with you guys a lot. One of the benefits of this has been that I've been able to get introduced, mostly by your suggestions, to some amazing artists. Angelina Jordan, which I mentioned earlier, the a cappella band, Home Free, amazing. And I am not an a cappella person, but they're amazing. Aurora, which I'm so in love with after one song of hers hearing. I heard she was coming to Chicago, and I've already got tickets. So I'm going to go see her. My wife and I are going to go see her, which I'm really looking forward to. And now Gabrielle Aplin. It's a little different from the other people I've previously mentioned, but oh, she just hit a chord with me that I just love. I made one note here. Oh yeah, it was like a minute and a half near the end. I wanted to make sure I mentioned that, where she was just pumping it out, wasn't she? I mean, it was almost desperation come out of her. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. You know, and she accepts who she is. And I just think that's such a wonderful message because, man, especially with this whole internet thing, so many people, especially younger people these days, have so much pressure put on them. And, you know, and that's probably how they feel like, you know, I'm not meeting up with other people's ideas of how my life should be run, so they feel things coming in on them. And you know what, this is my life, this is the way it should be. And again, this is the dad of me coming out. but but anyways, I think it's a song about healing and acceptance who you are. So I hope you appreciated that. You know, every once in a while the father comes out in me. Even though my kids are grown and they're all out of the house, I still feel like I'm still the dad, darn it. So anyways, listen guys, if you want to hear this whole video without me interrupting, there will be a link below, so you'll be able to follow that. And I really appreciate you guys listening to me on all these videos I've been putting out. If you like them, please click the subscribe and like button below, and I would be indebted to you for the rest of my life. So, all right, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace out. You guys have a great rest of the weekend, depending upon when you watch this. If it's a weekday, have a good week. All right, it's late. I better get going. Guys, peace out. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.